I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at itsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village. Facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed, and y'all shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener, yes, dear listener, yes, dear listener. And a little pause for a moment.
But you know what? We're here now.
We're here now.
And what would it be if there wasn't a little bit of tech issues along the way?
Yeah, we got some.
It's fun. It's fun for all of us. You guys, it is another Patreon stream. You may be thinking, what is going on? Why are the patrons getting so much? You know what? They've been with us a while. They deserve it.
It be what it be.
Yeah. Anyway, so tonight we actually have, I think, a couple of the groups working together. So we got Sin and Glory. I think this is EU. Yep, EU.
Yep.
And over here, I think that this is Rock of Ages. Sin and Glory. All right, so we have...
First song's a bonus song,
We actually have a bonus song. Yep, up first. This is for Myron, and actually, Myron has a stream that's going to be coming up. I have to email you back on the last booking date for that. So you guys will be seeing a stream that he's been in the works of prepping. We've been working on this for months.
4 months.
Months. Okay, but tonight he gets a bonus song. This is, do you say this by INXS or is
I just called it In Excess.
In Excess?
That's how I called it.
Well, the name of the song is The Gift. And this is what Archero, I believe, said. He said, Vin, that's just letting you know that this was the one that you asked for, and that Myron should be in the chat. Okay,
Saberwolves in the house.
Let's see. Hey, what's up, Saberwolves? Let's see. Myron's comments are, the song The Gift by the Australian group INXS centers on a war, violence, and human cost of power struggles. The song was released in 1991. I was fresh out of college and would never have realized the song is just as relevant as it is today. Oh, and I would have, okay. Yeah. All right, let's check it out. Let's see the relevancy of this song.
All right, it's the man of the hour.
Kind of reminds me, remember that...
Myron himself.
Remember that guy that had that gift of the gift? Or was it the giver? Maybe it was the giver.
I think it was the giver.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the giver.
Probably think about the giver.
Yep.
All right,
Strike
guys.
that from the record. Let's
Here we go. Strike that from the record.
The Gift.
Actually, talk to the people.
On 3. I have been doing like a really interesting study on the Enuma Elish, and it is absolutely fascinating. Vin, you told me the story like a long time ago.
We went over the Enuma Elish in Bible Boogies.
We went over it, and then we went over it in the Bible Boogies.
Weeks about the Enuma
and
Elish.
I had like some of the information. Are you ready?
Go ahead. I want to hear this.
I had like some of the information like down, but like I think I'm a very visual learner, so I was listening to a commentary on it, and like It's just funny how people phrase things, but when you actually read the tablets for yourself, you're like, sir, I don't believe that that's the way that they were putting it. But anyway, I'm sure that there'll be an opportunity to chat more about it in tonight's stream. But let's check out this first song.
In Excess.
Let's
What's
do
the
it.
name? The Gift.
The Gift.
Let's go a 7-minute timestamp. Here we go, The Gift. The Gift.
I have liked that. That was unique sounding. I would never have guessed it was about a war, though. Would you?
How come?
I don't see anything war about it. Like, I see the, when he says, "Let you take me deep down to the river, kiss the changes that shape my life," it almost sounded like somebody was like sort of coming to terms with do, all the scars are mine. It kind of sounded like the person was like rethinking their life. But then the gift you gave was going to last forever.
That tends to happen in war. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you didn't know it was about war, what would have told you this is about war? Because it sounds like they're just going down to the river and they're contemplating.
Fair.
You know, and he says, "Here we lie, looking up to empty sky and the promises we find." So it sounds like that they're hanging out at the river. They're just like chopping up, just chopping up life and looking at what it actually is. And, and when he says, "Kiss the changes that shape my life," and then he says, "All these scars are mine," I took that as like that moment that you, Vin has a very famous phrase that he likes to say that he says, like the, more or less like you're facing the consequences of your own sin. What's the phrase? It's like, well, it went out my mind.
Your blood is on your own head.
Blood is on your own head. No, you say that one too. But no, there's, it's not you reap what you sow, but there's something that, there's no rest for the wicked is another one that you say. But it sort of, to me, sounded like the person that got to that point where they were like, because I think that we have times in our life where we blame everybody else and just don't take responsibility for, you can't take responsibility for everything because some things are done to you.
Right.
But just that acceptance of like, okay, these scars are mine, and kiss the changes that shape my life. The changes that shape your life aren't necessarily good changes. Sometimes changes are bad or hurtful or painful, but when he says kiss the changes, to me it was just like this coming to terms with, yep, this is what happened, this is how it is, it's just, it is, And I was thinking, got the feeling the gift you give is gonna last forever. I didn't know what that gift was though, because so I don't know, like that was just kind of like what I was getting from it. But I liked also the style of the music. I don't feel like it's familiar.
Yeah, I could tell it was an 80s song, right? But like, they definitely have a unique sound and a unique style, this band. Mm-hmm. Like, I could tell, like, okay, this is from the 80s or early 90s.
Definitely felt unique,
It felt dated, but it definitely felt like I would be able to pick this group out of a crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is hard to do in the late 80s, early 90s rock.
So what about it gave you the idea of war?
I didn't say it gave me the idea of war.
Oh, because you were like, what you mean? And also when he says, "Let you take me deep down the river."
Yeah.
Like that they'll say, like, there's like those phrases that like, shit flows downhill and stuff like that. Like, there could be there also could have been like some of that.
Where are you
where
getting
it's like,
war out of this though?
No, just because of what Myron said. He said, it centers on a war, violence, and the human cost power struggles. The song was released in 1991. I was fresh out of college and would have never realized the song to be just as relevant today. I'm not sure if that's even the right comment for it because it like makes no sense to me. I think that this is relevant for like a personal thing.
Okay, you'd have to see the actual official music video.
Oh.
The official music, yeah, this is one of those times where the music video would have added that extra context.
Here, just as a like disclaimer, if you ever want us to watch the official video, that can be done. We just can't necessarily do it on the stream. But I can play it on my computer over here, so we can still see it, and still, not get the channel blocked.
Their use of the bass in the song was also pretty crazy, like because you're not going to hear the bass unless you're listening for it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Or if you're a bassist.
To the untrained ear, and I am untrained. Like but this one, I could hear the bass like rumbling underneath the surface. That was pretty hard.
Oh, okay.
The rest of the song, like, kind of stayed in the same place. There wasn't a lot of variation.
Yeah.
Was there a solo? I don't even think there was a solo in this particular song. So there's like a couple parts of it where I was like, I'd like some variation. But it's like, and I was also looking for, because you had initially said, what you said. Yeah. So I was kind of looking for the angle. Mm-hmm. It didn't necessarily see it, but yeah, this is one of those times when
I literally kept reading the lyrics. I read them over like 4 times. I'm like, where's the war?
Now I want to see the freaking...
It just... Like,
you know what I'm saying? Now
yeah,
I want to see
for me, it just seemed like
I want to see the official video on the side now.
That vibe to it, where it was somebody just recounting their life. I wonder if... Let's see here.
Yeah, you just type in the gift in YouTube.
Really? I have it copy and paste. I just had to open the app. You can't rush these things.
Damn fascist. There it is right there, The Gift. Well, they're saying this is from a year ago, though.
Full Moon Dirty Hearts visual album. These visuals.
These visuals are insane.
Yeah. But anyway, so if you guys want that, that is something that we can do. But that's what the song was for me. It was more of just like the go down to the river, just let it flow. Like, as in, there is, I think, something about just acceptance.
Rivers all generally, they're looked upon, at least biblically, like as a transition. Mm-hmm. You know, you're going from the River Jordan, you're going from there to the Promised Land, or you're going to get baptized. Those are usually transitional moments.
Yeah.
You know, Spurgeon
And it
talked
felt
about dying is
transitional.
that. Yeah. Well, but that's the other thing too. Is like after all these wars, you kind of get transitioned into a new era. You're really not the same after that. Like if you look at, we had World War I, we had World War II, then we had the Vietnam War. We were never the same as a country after that. Then we had all these conflicts that fundamentally change the arc of history. It's like you can't. It's not like you can have a conflict. You have a conflict at school. You get a fight with somebody. You guys like fight it out, and then you like go on with your life. Like wars aren't like that. The world gets fundamentally changed. It's not the same after those conflicts happen.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So it's
You can't put blood on the ground without it changing what's going on. You can't do that. Like, violence is something it's anti what God is doing and what God wants for his people. And so you can't just throw blood all over the place and expect nothing. It's not going to change the dynamics of the environment.
It's going to get pretty hectic. It's going to get pretty hectic. And it's crazy that you have these songs that are like 20 to 30 years old. And you still have people dealing with the same craziness. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is. But then in the same sense, it's like, if really nothing is new, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if we don't figure out another way to deal with our conflicts, and if we don't, you know, like I was sitting on the couch tonight, and I had my 2-year-old. The other two had gotten themselves into some trouble, so they were in bed a little early. So it was just me and the 2-year-old, and it was such a cool little moment between him and I. And he had already eaten, but I went to eat my supper, and kids always like to eat, so I'm sharing my supper with him. And he was like, "Ooh, thank you." And he's like, it was just such a cute little moment. And like in my heart, I can't fully experience those moments, because when I do, like as my heart expands to like receive how cute the little moment is, like so does my mind. And I think of the people in Gaza. I think of the children, the parents, and I'm like, these parents had to, some of them watching their kids starving, and my kids already had supper, but now he's getting more supper. And until we actively say we can't have this level of differentiation between our loved ones and other people's, until we get to that point, like we have to see like, what is it that there's that phrase that basically says like we're only as good as the way that we treat the poorest in our society. Like, I'm constantly seeing people saying, I just don't know what to do. Like I have some medical issues. I can't get medical care. So what should I do in this situation? Like, post a growth on their, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, this is stupid. People should be taken care of. Like, what is going on? But I just didn't realize how important those things, when you're young and you don't really get sick and, you just think that everything is what it is. But as you get older, you start seeing that, like, some people are dealing with some really serious things and they can't get the help for it. It's wrong. Anyway, so I enjoyed this song. Like, the sound, like, I know you're saying it kind of didn't really move, but I'm good with
We watched it on the
songs
side,
like that.
Myron. We watched it on the side because I had to see what you were
he had
talking
to see.
about.
You heard him.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I this was a 9.3 for me. I like the sound of it.
The 8.8 for me.
8.8 for
8.8
Vin.
for me. I don't think we've done a lot from this band.
I don't think we've done any. I thought this was the first time I ever heard them.
That was the debut?
I think so. I don't think we've heard anything. I don't feel like that band was familiar to me at all.
As if I've heard of the band. Am I pronouncing it right? In Excess? I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
5.5, Dwayne.
You know how Dwayne is. He's so racist.
All right, you guys. We have Sin and Glory up next with Decades of Music. The 1920s winner Irving Berlin putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz.